Guys, here's the thing. All right.
What's the thing?
Well, here's the thing.
Nick is going to start retiring fanny packs as of next week.
Really?
We're going to get into it. But also, we only have two mics because we are professionals.
We Out Here MMA but show.
Let's go. What's up, guys? Welcome to We Out Here MMA, not podcast, but show, but now podcast. I'm here with my boy, my husbands, my pico de picos. We got on the far left from the Squid Game, we got Alec Acosta.
Hi, my name is Alec Acosta from Squid Games.
That sounds really good on the audio, actually.
I know it sounds super muffled, but that's what you fucking get.
Crew, let's make this production even more worse.
Hey, we're not. It's literally just one mic down. We're good,
guys. We're a podcast with three people. We should always have three mics, just like John Jones should have three mics.
Because I went to Hawaii, I lost my mic privileges.
No, what happened is that when Nick gave us the stuff before he left, he gave me a green bag, and I just had a bigger bag at the time. So I was like, instead of like everything kind of, I didn't want anything to fall out, so I moved it. But I moved it with just us two in mind, so I only put...
Don't bring up my green bag like that was the problem, okay?
But I only put it up for like two people's things, so I forgot that...
The bag that I gave you was very small, but it also
super
fit
small.
All of the stuff.
It fits like one cake.
It fit everything, but Alex has a way bigger bag. Didn't fit all of it.
Yeah.
Wait, why did you say one cake? Why is that your unit of measurement?
Because I don't have diabetes. And I just got my blood tested. I don't have diabetes, so that means I can eat cake.
What do you have?
I have a little bit of high cholesterol and a little bit of high blood pressure.
LDL?
I don't know what that means.
Nick?
My triglycerides are a little high.
You'll be fine. I'll send you a protocol.
But also, I don't have any. I have no STDs and I don't have HIV. So let's go.
But what about that pimple in your butt?
That's fucking whack that you don't have any STDs. Live a little, Alex.
No.
Also, everyone's gonna hate that Nick has to keep jumping on other people's mics. I already see the comments, so leave them down below. Guys, let's just get into it. Let's get into our fight recap.
No cap.
Guys, we had a card this weekend that everyone was saying was not a barn burner. And we're going to get into why. The main event, we had Aspen Lad, who actually in the previous fight card she was on, she missed weight and she went up a weight class and fought in the main event against Norm Dumont. Guys, I actually was not able to watch the fight. So tell me, was it a barn burner or not a barn burner?
No, I wasn't. I watched the fights. I was doing a photography gig the day of. They weren't really exciting. There was like a good finish. Jim Miller got a knockout against Ghost Pepper, the guy that we were going for. That was cool. But yeah, I mean, Aspen Lad, it was kind of just like the other girl was better. It was.
You got to take the mask off. That's crazy.
Why?
Dude, it sounds so bad.
Hey, chat. Hey, chat.
Hey, chat's going to be like, yo, Alex, take that fucking Dr. Doom mask off.
All right, how about now?
That sounds better. But you might as well just take it off now.
Yeah, this wasn't the best idea.
You can wear it at the very end. But now we've seen it at the intro, you can do it in the outro.
All right, hold on, guys.
This is Alex sad. Play sad music. I mean, Alex is editing it, so play sad music.
Is that sad?
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Go ahead.
But yeah, so Aspen Lad, she just wasn't good enough against that girl, and the other girl was bigger. This was short notice for her. It was just that's what it was. It was kind of like a slow, steady fight where nothing really crazy happened, and it was just the same thing the whole time. Fucking Aspen Lad's corner was going brazy up in that bitch, but honestly, like, if that's how they talk to each other, that's how they fucking talk to each other. But yeah, it wasn't really anything exciting, to be honest. It was a fight.
Yeah, Nick, really quick, can you tell me about what Alex was just saying about the corner? I saw some things online, like what happened in the corner? What's the big controversy, I guess?
Well, I guess Aspen Lad is dating her coach, Jim West, and then that's the guy who's in question for yelling at Aspen Lad. But during the fight week, they always promote videos of the fighters that are fighting the main event. And one of the videos was actually really cool, was Jim West, her coach, kind of like yelling at her, but in a positive way, like, you need to go out there, you need to get a finish, I don't care what the fuck, like just all that type of shit. And then Aspen Lad goes out right away and then knocks out, I think, Yana Kinitsukaya. And so it was like really dope because he motivated her. She went out there and knocked out Yana. And, maybe that's how he talks to his fighters. And maybe that's how he talks to Aspen Lad. Everybody needs a different response when they're when they're receiving coaching. Some people need to have more positive affirmations. Some people need negative reinforcement. Whatever the case may be, I feel like Jim West got a lot of slack for no reason because, it's between them at the end of the day. And I think a lot of times looking outside in, it might seem a little too much, but that's just how they talk to each other. And this is also fighting, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, these motherfuckers are fighting each other at the end of the day. And I feel like there's some underlying issues there that he might be frustrated about. And he's asking her, like, what are you doing? That usually doesn't really help as a coaching cue, but maybe it does for Aspen Lad to be like, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm fucking up. But who knows? Who knows? Has she come out and said anything?
No,
she hasn't.
Alex, I know that Misha, the tweet I saw that, because I didn't see the fight, was Misha Tate saying, "This is abuse. What a douche." So that's not justified.
No, well, the whole thing, I guess, is Misha Tate doesn't like that guy because he talks shit about Misha Tate. So I think, she's kind of like, she's kind of just attacking him. But it is funny. Imagine, like, it is funny when you think about it, right? Like, you're a fighter and, like, you lost a round, you come back around, your coach is like, "What are you doing?" You're like, I don't know.
Is that all he said?
Yeah, he's like, "I don't know what you're doing."
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know what you're doing. You're down 2 rounds now. He was just, I could see in the sense of, like, he didn't really, like, he kind of did. Was
she emotional from what you guys were seeing?
Honestly, at one point it kind of looked like, at one point she might have looked like she was about to cry.
What the is this?
But also though too, Aspen Lad kind of looks like she always about to cry though.
That's true because she's always missing weight.
No, not that. It's just her face. She has a very serious face, I think. That's what it is. But, like, look, right there in that picture. But she could have been about to cry. And she also might be frustrated about how the fight was going, too. So, like, and sometimes it sucks because when you're in the cage and you're fighting and you're having a bad night, you just have a bad night. And there's just nothing you could do about it.
Okay, just for shits and giggles, I will start with you, Nick, first. Both of you be ready, Alex. Okay, 2 rounds in. Aspen Lad, 3rd round. What do you say as a coach?
Alex already knows my coaching style.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
I'm always like, hey, throw more punches, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I see a little more jabs, yeah?
My wife.
And my coach, because I didn't really coach, but I cornered a little bit with Patrick. I can just be really loud.
Like, what do you say?
Like, Nick would be like, hey, say this. And I was like, like really loud because it was echoing.
Like, I don't speak Arabic.
That's exactly what he said.
Okay, so you guys were cool with it then. The take here, we out here, because I didn't see the fight, is we're cool with it.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And it's up to them at the end of the day. Who gives a shit? It's like it's their business as fighters and as coach-fighter relationship. All that matters is their relationship and how they are able to work it out. Just like John Jones and his fiance.
Yeah. Let them work it out.
What Nick had wrote down for this one, the daily calorie intake was 1,900 to 2,000. So basically that means in the corner, she probably wasn't eating enough calories.
You know who the boy is?
And the boy is Nick, guys. The boy is segment is that Nick is actually not on the We Out Here Knows. He's actually looking at his clients' data for their weight loss. And that just shows you where his head's at. What are you doing?
I'm pulling up a protocol.
You're down 2 rounds. What are you doing?
I'm pulling up a protocol to help Alex lower his cholesterol. Okay.
Wow.
And his blood pressure.
Say protocol one more time.
Protocol.
There we go. Guys, any other shout outs on that card? Was there anything that excited you or really was kind of a...
It was kind of a eh. Like I said, for me was the Jim Miller against Eric Gonzalez. I know Eric Gonzalez trains with all of people we know and stuff, but when I was watching the fight, like he threw a crescent kick and that's what like set him up to get knocked out. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he threw the crescent kick.
That's such a very Asian move.
I mean, he's not Asian though.
It's okay. He can throw it. He has our pass. There's something wrong with this mic, I think.
Told you.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that mic.
Edit this part out, but check it.
It sounds like it's cutting in and out.
Really? I don't hear that in my headphones.
I feel like this is a bad XLR.
Honestly, too, it's way different from Alex's headphones. I mean, mic to Gil's mic. Yeah, definitely. This is way...
Let me see.
Soft.
Let me talk. Really?
It's very tiny.
Are you too? Talk. Hello, my name is Alexander David Acosta. Hello, my name is Alexander David Acosta.
Okay, that might have been... I don't know what happened. All right, just jump back.
But yeah, no, I'm keeping that in now too, so people fucking know.
Don't take that out.
No, yeah, he threw like some weird, I think it was a crescent kick, right? Is that what it's called?
Crescent kick, yeah.
And I just felt like, you're in the middle of a fight, you just throw shit. It probably didn't need to throw it because he did good. He like rocked Jim Miller the first round. He looked good. And then he threw that, and it was kind of like really far away, just left a lot of space open. And Jim Miller was like, all right, and like countered with an overhand right. TK, or I think it was just a knockout or TKO, I forget. Knockout. But yeah, that was pretty much it, to be honest.
Cool. Any final thoughts on that card?
Nah, man. I wanted to see Ghost Pepper, Eric Gonzalez go out there and beat Jim Miller.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. That's the reason why Eric is such an exciting fighter. And I think that's a lot of the reason why he got signed to the UFC.
What organizations did he come from?
Combate Global America. But he fights on local out here too. But yeah, man, he puts on shows, man, and that's why people want to see him fight. And he takes a lot of risks, and this one just didn't pay off. But the fact that he was doing well against a veteran like Jim Miller means
that's good.
He's got some high upside, man.
You know what was but I think that's it for UFC. There was also the Bellator card as well.
Oh yeah, I did watch that.
There was a great fight. It's
legally
funny
streamed.
It's funny here because the person who did the notes thought it was Anthony Johnson who KO'd Ryan Bader. Little did he know it's actually Corey Anderson, a racist
but he's not wrong though, because Anthony Johnson also did KO Ryan Bader.
When?
In UFC.
This past week?
Not this past week, but
look at that face. Hey, racist. Hey, you got to figure that racist came out. Look at that face.
Yeah. Make that face. Dun, 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 but no, yeah.
But Nick is right. Anthony Johnson did KO Ryan Bader years ago, but Corey Anderson actually came out, which is surprising because he's in the UFC. He's always kind of been, you know, kind of like a slow starter, just kind of just jabs, wrestles. But dude, the guy was kind of crazy.
I mean, he was, but it's against Ryan Bader. You know, Ryan Bader's a little old in the tooth.
Be ready for rebuttal.
You know, the whole thing was like, you know, he was all talking about he's the greatest, and him and Jan started talking shit to each other, and then he was just like, yeah, you got lucky and all this shit. But I'm like, he didn't get lucky beating you and then going and winning the world title and then defending the world title. Like, if he's so lucky, I mean, that's a lot of luck because you didn't do that. Hey, you didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be talking about my Polish power mans like that. Shit.
Damn.
I mean, fucked up.
First of all, Nick, defend Ryan Bader, and then 2, address your claims that Corey Anderson is in fact Anthony Johnson in your mind.
I got it confused with Anthony Joshua, so that's my fault.
That's
a double typo. But
damn, dude,
you know, Ryan Bader's from Arizona, isn't he?
Power, right?
But I used to hear stories about him. The reason why I was never really a Ryan Bader fan that much was because he used to train at a gym called Arizona Combat Sports. And when I was about 14, 13, when I wanted to start training, that was one of the gyms I got recommended. But when I literally was going to go there, I had some kid and some other guy that were training there. Oh. They started training at another spot called Red Devil MMA. They told me, don't go there. And I was like, why? He was like, because Ryan Bader and CB Dalloway, they literally make you, they make you spar them, doesn't matter your age, and they beat the fuck out of you on purpose. And I was just like, well, that don't sound fun. And they're already in the UFC at the time. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I don't go there.
Do you know a lot of those, Nick, those bully, MMA, I don't know, gyms? Is that common? That's kind of weird.
I don't know, man. There's
Have you seen those people, though? You've seen those people in the game.
Yeah, I guess a little bit. But what I really want to talk about is the tweets that Corey Anderson and Jan were going back and forth on.
Give me a countdown. That is what I call acting. Or was I being real? I was scared. I'm not going to lie. Do you know what's spookier than seeing a black cat on Halloween? It's shaving your balls with anything other than Manscape. When it comes to below the waist grooming, there's no way to carve your pumpkins this Halloween because Manscaped is here to upgrade your grooming experience. Go from bite-sized candy bar to a king-size candy bar and join over 2 million men worldwide by going to manscaped.com for 20% off free shipping with the code WEOUTHERE.
You guys know I was in Hawaii, you guys.
Yeah.
I was in Hawaii, and your boy had to turn his little snack-sized candy bar
into a
king size, and more like a medium size because I was wearing my Speedos out there because I was enjoying the weather in Hawaii,
of course.
And you got to get down and under on those hairs. And what did I use, you guys?
The Lawnmower 4.0. Duh.
Obviously, it's the best one, and I can go down there, shave it all off, and I kept my dagger real slick, dude.
Here's the thing. Have you ever tried to trim your balls and it turned into a Freddy Krueger film? Well, luckily, Manscaped is here to save the day and make sure you're smelling fresh with their new refined body wash. Fellas, the ladies love their signature scent, and it will scare away those vampires, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it is a full moon out, and the werewolf in your pants is howling. So it's time to tackle that problem with the Lawnmower 4.0.
Alex, tell us more.
And with that, you get 20% off and free shipping with the code We Out Here at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code We Out Here at manscaped.com. Say trick or treat to your beautiful new Halloweeny with Manscaped.
Let's go.
Back to the show.
The picture of Corey, I'm trying to find it right now, but the picture of Corey Anderson after he got knocked out by Jan, and he just has a giant fucking bruise on his face, and it's like the most unique like post-fight bruise I've ever seen. I gotta find it, dude.
Jan got that power.
Yeah,
Not power.
But what do you mean by the tweets? What are we looking for? Was there any kind of like...
Because they were talking shit to each other. Because Corey Anderson had an interview talking about he's the greatest lightweight right now. Doesn't matter. In MMA, he's the greatest light heavyweight. Sorry, not lightweight. And then Jan's like, excuse me, he must have forgot this is the same guy that I slept. And then he literally bolted from the fucking... bolted from the UFC.
So, yeah.
And then he was like,
Oh my God.
You got lucky.
You gotta post this picture for everyone because that's ridiculous.
This picture looks like a burn or something. It looks like a car accident.
That's not from a movie.
No, this is after he fought fucking Jan Blachowicz.
How is that a bruise? That is weird. All right, people can't see this right now.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, fucking wait! I think he fell, right? Or
that wasn't a fight, dude.
Yeah, but Jan posted it like he is the one that did it.
Yeah.
Oh, he fell on gravel, yo.
Yeah.
Then why did Jan post that shit? That's fucked up, Jan.
Jan,
you can't be doing that.
You know
shit,
what? Corey Anderson is the best light heavyweight.
Yeah, you know what? I take it back, bro. You over here touching dead people rope and stuff, and then you do some stuff like this. How dare you?
I forgot that he that's his thing. He has a rope that someone hung himself with, and he rubs on it.
Yeah, it's weird. Fights. It's a bit much.
But I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I mean, Jan did go on to win the light heavyweight UFC title. Corey Anderson was never able to do that. So for him to say that he's better than Jan, it's like, you're not. Though.
Yeah, and also win the tournament first at Bellator, then maybe make
Yeah, because that guy you have to fight, that Russian motherfucker that fights with Fedor, that guy's, it was a little scary. He got rocked really hard in the fight that he fought against the guy that looks like an alien, but he almost got rocked, but he came back and beat the fuck out that kid.
Damn.
Vadim Nemkov.
Final thoughts on your allegations towards Anthony Johnson? In fact,
you know, Anthony Joshua can't KO Ryan Bader again. Like, this is just not going to be okay.
Oh, right.
He's got to focus on boxing and not try to do this crossover thing. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah. How do you feel about Devon?
The what? Devon?
Here we go.
Deontay Wilder.
Were you going to call him Devontae Wilder?
Yeah, I was going to say Devontae Graham from the NBA.
He's on my team.
Everyone, stop changing your names. All right. It's ridiculous. All right, guys, let's get to our... We Out Here morning news. At what time, Nick?
It is 9:20 p.m.
Early morning.
Hey, 9:20, light it up, dude.
All right, guys. Our first piece of news is Conor McGregor allegedly beat up an Italian DJ, Francisco Friacci, after hanging out in Italy. Wow, what a surprise. Conor fighting a civilian again.
You know, the story was that like the DJ guy.
Give us the basics.
They were all hanging out together. They were kicking it. Like, it was like a double date type of fucking small gathering.
Okay.
COVID safe, of course, bro. You know what I mean? Everyone's vaxxed up in Italy and shit.
See, Alex, you got to respect Conor for that.
Yeah.
No.
He's a big proponent on fucking safe measures in COVID-19 world. But anyways, and then I guess he just, you know, does what Conor does, and he picks fights with fucking strangers. And I talked to Tiff, and Tiff was like, Tiff's my wife.
My wife.
Thank you. And she, you know, she's pretty much a psychologist and shit. You know, I don't know what the title is, but she is.
Hey, how about you invest in your wife more? She probably
isn't she a social worker?
She's a psychotherapist, bro.
Are you positive?
No,
we call Tiff. She's like, actually, I work in accounting. I don't know what Nick's talking about.
Yeah, she's an accountant, and this is what her diagnosis is.
Yeah,
and I'm forgetting what she said, but she was like, this guy is on drugs. He's on all the drugs.
I don't know.
That's exactly what it is. Get closer, motherfucker.
I can't. I just farted.
No, I just want you to get closer to listen to Nick.
Oh,
Yeah, dude, listen to me, please. Yeah, this guy is definitely just on all the drugs, and he's having psychotic hallucinations of seeing stuff that's happening that's not really there.
Nick has the swine flu, or what'd you say?
I have hay fever,
Hey,
bro.
for sure, don't say he has the swine
fever?
flu.
Yeah, that's a racist cam, bro.
2001?
Was that an?
It's bird flu, but whatever.
It's not racist, but I'm taking it as racist.
Why is it still on Nick? Wait, so it says right here, reading the article, it says that Conor just punched him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Is that really?
That's what I was.
What is Conor's explanation?
I don't think he has one. That's what I heard too, and I read is that they were just hanging out, and then like supposedly Conor's like, let's go to another party or whatever, and they're like, all right, and then Conor just turned around and just fucking socked him in his fucking shit.
Hey, dude, whenever a guy is like, he just punched me out of nowhere. First, I was team DJ Francesco, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Fancinelli. But is that racist to do?
Yeah, racist chemical.
Yeah, anyways. I was on a side, but now if you're saying like, he just punched me out of nowhere, there's something that happened, bro.
But that guy's wife came out and said that was the story. And then I guess there's a bunch of witnesses, but like, that's what she said. Like all of a sudden, like they were going to go to this other party. And then all of a sudden they got turned around. I kind of agree with Nick though, because she said he turned around, socked him in his face. And then Conor's friends picked him up and then they wanted to keep beating him. But then the security guards got in. So at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't think he would just randomly do that. You know, something must have been up, but yeah, like fuck Conor, you know?
Damn. Yeah, you can't be. It's so funny how he's just out here just beating the shit out of random people, and I think a lot of people are thinking that he has lost it as far as everyone feels like he's the butt end of the joke now. So I bet people like kind of subconsciously say certain things to him because they feel more comfortable with him.
Yeah,
and he probably is like, "Yo, what the fuck?" and he flips out because he's crazy. I'm sure and cocaine doesn't help either. He's for sure on.
He's doing coke.
You don't think that fool's on coke, bro?
Show me the autopsy.
Look at his teeth, bro. That has nothing to do with it, but I feel like all coked out guys have like the whitest veneers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Do you think he has high cholesterol?
No.
What if that's what it is?
Exactly. Fuck him.
His LDL's through the roof, bro.
And that's why he's acting crazy.
My man needs some help.
It's his hormones, dude, are just wild.
Hey, eat more fucking fats, bro. Get your cholesterol high.
Not just any fats. What kind of fats did Nick say?
Saturated fats. Oh no, I want him to. He needs to higher his cholesterol so he calms the fuck down. It's so low. He's so healthy that he's going wild, bro.
Guys, look in the below with Nick's channel on health. Get all this information there. It's all real.
Eat more saturated fats, bro.
Eat more saturated fats. All right, guys, let's move on to our next piece of news. We got our boy, Paddy the Baddie. Oh, my God.
You know who the boy is?
God, we need labels on these fucking
We do
drops,
need that.
bro.
That was terrible. Paddy the Baddie gets kicked out of Liverpool Stadium after celebrating too much.
You know who the boy is?
Nick, can you fill us in on what happened and what was he celebrating?
Dude, he made a video of him talking about what happened. Don't know what he said. Next story.
I remember we said that last week. I was trying to watch this guy's podcast. Fucking love him, but I'm like, bro, I can make out every 4 words out of like a whole sentence.
Being kicked out of the match for celebrating. Now we've been kicked out of a boozer by stewards because it's a home boozer. The Hornets' nest, mate. Watford, Ben Foster, I love you, lad, but I hope Watford go down. You're a horrible.
What?
Okay,
I
what
heard
he's saying is that he got into altercation with Conor McGregor's DJ friend.
And he was like, Conor, you should fucking punch him.
Punch him. I got the scars and the scars.
Now, you know what
the
happened?
boy is?
So he got kicked out of the game, and then he got kicked out of a home bar, a very mom and pop bar.
Do people know who he is?
A steward? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the Stewart. I don't know what that is. Oh, Darren Stewart.
Darren Stewart was there.
He was there.
He's from England as well.
daughter's surgery.
Daughter's surgery. He was drinking his sorrows away. No, I think, he got kicked out of a bar and he just fucking wilding out, bro. But it's like, aren't you supposed to be rowdy at a soccer game? Don't they call them hooligans? Is that the same thing? Or is that racist again?
I think it was because he was going for the other team, so like they were probably going wild. Knowing Paddy, because you know me and him are boys, I call him Pad. He told me that like they were just going wild when they won, so that's why they got kicked out. But if you want a translation, yeah, I could not ever. The funniest part is he's already like, dude, we got kicked out of the bruiser, and then his boy just comes in and he's like, I'm like, all right, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Why is all your gibberish always Arabic?
Was that Arabic?
I mean, a racist version of
Wow, you're racist because you think that's
racist
Arabic.
cam on you.
If If translating what Patty the Baddie said was a Squid Game, how long would you guys make it till?
Oh, I'm dead.
You're dead. Dude.
I'm dead.
Oh, I'd survive. If you just let me like keep playing it slow, I could be like, I'm a scouser. I went to the barber.
And especially if there's a cookie there, I'm just gonna lick the cookie.
Hey, does that work? Have you guys ever played any of those games in that show? Like in real life? Except, I mean, tug of war, obviously.
Stop.
Bro, we were born here.
Stop. He literally asked us that because we're Asian.
Yeah. He's like, oh, have you guys played
Squid Game?
Yeah, we played the fucking game where we walk across the glass, bro.
Obviously, tug of war is a normal game, so I wasn't classifying.
Why is that a normal game, and why are those games?
Because America normal, bro.
Damn, racist cam yourself when you edit this.
I wonder what the Arizona version of Squid Games would be.
Oh, you
smashing fucking Arizona cans in your head.
Let's just eat hatch chilies.
You have to fucking during the middle.
If I hear another person from
if I
hear another Arizona person tell me about hatch chilies, I'm gonna lose my mind.
About what?
Hatch chilies.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
He's playing cool.
Arizona? You mean New Mexico?
No,
Arizona don't have anything about chilies.
Dude, type in Arizona right now and type in chilies. Let's say, okay, audience in the comments down below. We're gonna get off track from MMA right now. Put chilies. I think I might be wrong, guys, but let's just go with it.
Oh, it is. It does pop up. Arizona has chili.
Boom. Hatch chili recipes all from Arizona. Looks like you lost the Squid Game.
Hey, but who talks about this? Who from Arizona has been like, yo, have you had our hatch chili?
Dude, Chris Paul, Devin Booker.
No, they don't. I bet you can't find one Crowder interview. If they ain't talking about Venezia's Pizza, Barro's Pizza, YC's Mongolian Grill, then they ain't talking nothing. They can get the fuck out of my face because they don't know what the fuck it is.
All right.
And they ain't staying in the hood. So get the fuck out of here.
Take it up with J. Cole. All right, guys, let's move it up to the next thing right now. Those were our two main news stories. A lot of fighters getting in trouble, but I did want to touch on this. I don't know if we talked about this, but I'm just curious if someone could fill me in on this new triangle ring called the Trigon. This is interesting. Were you able to do some research, Nick, as our correspondent on live?
It's just Triller doing more bullshit, dude. And their whole promo. I don't know, dude. They don't. It's very like cryptic. They're pretty much the tagline is "We are changing combat sports forever," and the tagline is it's a triangle ring, and they call it a Trigon. And apparently, it's stolen from
for MMA or boxing.
They just said, I think for everything.
You know what? I think you would do well at a triangle ring.
I think Triller probably has like a year left in them.
Dude, they're fucked.
Their next announcement, we are doing a live Squid Games for real, where we kill people.
Honestly, that would probably be the only thing that could save their business.
It's just doing a full-on Squid Game.
Like, no, hey, let's make a triangle and fight inside of it. Like,
yeah, what is the boardroom? All right, guys, we really need to save this company. I got it. A triangle ring.
But what is it called, though?
Trigon.
And you know there was that one friend and like his other friend, he's like, I'm gonna say his other friend's like, don't say it, bro.
Don't raise your hand.
Like, I got it. Hey, we're gonna have people fight in a triangle. Triangle is the strongest shape, and then his friend's probably like, that's your job. And then they're like, you know what? That's fucking crazy. Let's try it.
Mr. Triller calls.
They're like Triller, triangle, both start with a T. Let's try it, bro. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
The same people that are running Triller have the same coke dealer as Conor McGregor. That's all there is to say about it.
But here's the thing. Say that Trigon does happen. It probably is going to happen.
I'm going to watch, bro.
Exactly. You're going to watch.
Illegal streams, yeah. I'm not ever paying for anything that Triller does.
Dude, you need to jump off the legal. You don't do that. You always pay for it.
I always pay for UFC fights. Always, and I always will.
Look at the camera and say it.
I always pay for UFC fights. I mean, obviously, we go to a friend's house and they buy it. You know, we bring like chips or pizza or
Nick,
cake.
you need to start collecting money when you do fights. I just realized I was adding up how many fights you pay for people. It's a little much.
Yeah, I did take a loan out to buy the last pay-per-view.
To pie the last one?
To pie the
I guess we'll move on to quick pick picks.
I'm over this,
Alec
dude.
Acosta and
I'm
Nick
dying.
The pie. All right, guys. This weekend we got a great fight. I like this. I think Israel Squad Adesanya says his juicy boys are fighting this weekend, and he wants his sons to do well. We have Paulo Acosta versus Marvin Vetorri. Guys, I like this fight. Let's get into it. I think both of you might have predicted this fight was going to happen. So, Alex, I forgot your name.
I think both of you.
Both of you, tell me about this fight.
All right,
Alex, who do you got? Costa or Vetorri?
Here's the deal. Marvin shops at Super Rare. That's cool.
Oh
but bro, honestly, his last interviews and shit, I'm like, I was talking to Dylan about it today. I'm like, we don't gotta like support him.
Hey,
right?
a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think his cringe is at?
What's his cringe at? Fucking 11, bro.
You think it's that bad?
He's literally over here talking about, Izzy was smarter than me. Yeah, he won the fight, but he's not better than me. I'm like,
logic makes sense. Let's make a trigon.
he's obviously better if he won the fucking fight. Yeah, he probably wants to fight him in a triangle next time. Think it's gonna help him, bro. I think Paulo Costa is gonna win this fight. I think they're both really good. I just think Paulo Costa has more power in his strikes, and he's still technical, and I think his kicks are better than Marvin Vettori, and he's a southpaw. I feel like he's just gonna pop like a cross on him and then hit him with some nasty ass hook, honestly. But I think Paulo Costa honestly, I think you're gonna see him finish Vettori in like round 3.
Nicolas Cage.
Hey, bro, I don't think anyone is finishing Marvin Vettori, bro. Marvin Vettori is a street shark, bro. You guys remember that show?
I love.
No.
Dude,
Remember the sharks that were like half man, half shark?
Yeah, and they had like leather jackets on and shit.
board shorts,
Dude, and they would go through and they wear their fucking UFC fight shorts backwards, and they would go through the concrete. Dude, street sharks. Nah,
he really is.
look, I think Marvin is I hold him in very high regard in the middleweight division. I think he's really good. Does he say things like, "Oh, I don't think Izzy's better than him"? I get it. I think to compete at the highest level, you really have to believe that you're better than all these guys. So I feel like he's just doing what he has to do to be like, you know what? I could beat Izzy. And look.
So he's hyping himself up.
I think so. But also, too, like the last fight that Marvin, if we want to do MMA math, Marvin had a much better performance against Izzy than Paulo Costa did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but he didn't drink wine before, so it's different.
And then Marvin Vettori in the interview was like, what the fuck are you doing drinking a bottle of wine before the biggest fight of your fucking life?
Just likes to live life a little bit, you know?
And that's why Marvin's going to lose. No, I think Marvin, he's very well-rounded, dude. I think he's really good. I think he's really tough. He's really durable. And he has a very good, I think he's smart in the cage. Paulo Costa, I think, is a wild man. He's a savage. He hits like a fucking truck.
He does.
And he's down to scrap. But I just feel like Marvin is a little savvier. I think this is a 50-50, but I'm going to go Marvin Vettori.
Dang. So we got 1-1. I have a question. Maybe you guys can help me pick. This will help me decide. Does Marvin take down Costa?
I think he try. I think he will.
Happen.
I think he'll get him down a couple times.
Marvin's ground game and top pressure, very underrated.
All right, then I have to go with Marvin Vettori. That was it. If one of you had said that Costa would have stopped it, I would have chosen Costa.
No, yeah, Costa. I mean Costa.
It's too late. You gave me your answer, dude.
Yoel Romero was on top of him. Costa got up fairly easy, but Yoel Romero never wrestles, so can't really use that. But I think he takes him down a couple times, but I think Paulo gets up and still finishes him in round 3.
All right. If you like Alex's take, then maybe Hatch Chili's do exist in Arizona. We'll find out. We have a co-main event lightweight fight. We have Grant Dawson Creek versus Rick Glenn Close.
He kind of looks like the actor from Dawson's Creek, actually.
He's got the chin.
Dawson's Creek, where more.
Is that the song?
I don't know.
That's exactly
dude,
the song.
that's the Street Sharks theme song.
That's Frosted Flakes, baby. And those sound kind of good right now because I'm starving.
Grant Dawson versus Rick Glenn. Nick will go in reverse. Who do you got? What do you like? And what's your breakfast tomorrow?
They both kind of look like each other a little bit. Is that weird to say? Anyways, I think I'm gonna go Grant and Dawson. He's been a little more active-ish, I would say. I don't remember the last time I saw Rick Glenn fight, but maybe I just don't watch fights enough. But I think Grant Dawson has some. I think they're both is another 50-50 to me. I think they're both really evenly matched, but I think I'm gonna go Grant Dawson with the sub, bruh.
Alice Lipcott Acosta.
I like Grant Dawson. I believe he trains with like what's that guy's name? James Krause. Yeah. Trains with him. I like everybody from James Krause's camp. I like James Krause. So I think I'm going to go for him. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he'll win a nice decision. I think he'll be dominant. And he'll be a Cuban missile.
I like that. Let's do a group pick. I'm going to go with Grant Dawson as well. We're cheering for you, buddy. Once you win, come on the podcast and we'll talk about Dawson's Creek. Let's do this next.
Probably hates that.
Last couple fights, guys. Do just quick picks. Here we go. Women's bantamweight, Jessica Rose Clark versus Jocelyn Edwards. Nick?
I'm going to go Jessica Rose Clark. She's a savage.
Alex?
And she's Aussie.
Oh.
I'm going to go Jessica Rose Clark because she is a baddie 10 out of 10 and she is an Aussie and she's a savage.
I'm going to go with Jocelyn Edwards because I like how she spells her first name. Very interesting.
Dude, I knew you were going to say
Did you go Jocelyn Edwards?
Yeah. Jocelyn?
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn or Jocelyn?
Nobody knows.
Alex, hurry up! You're dead
No,
air.
I'm just very flabbergasted.
I just like people from France. And you're right. If you train at King's MMA, I like you.
Is that where she trains, Kings?
Oh, she's winning, dude. She's winning.
No. Jessica Rose Clark.
Bro, look at her last fight. It was a canceled bout.
This is gonna be a good fight.
She's gonna win.
She's fighting out of Panama, not France.
Hey, guys, I love this fight next. I can't decide who because they're both on win streaks. Alex Carceres is on a 4-fight win streak, I believe, and then Choi is on a 3-fight win streak.
What's his first name? Sorry?
Swang Hu.
Okay, thank you.
That's the bad guy from Squid Game, so I'm gonna go with Alec Caceres.
Damn.
Wait, is that actually his name?
Sangwoo.
Sung-woo.
Shibo Saki.
Dude, you got a little Japanese on that. Relax.
Oh, that's Korean, bro.
This guy just
I
came
thought
from
the show was Korean.
It is, but he's
Shiba Saki.
but the way you're saying is very Hawaiian Japanese.
Hongdong Pakajong.
That's a little much. You're doing too much.
That's Korean, bro.
You're saying Korean words with Japanese. It's like saying like, you know.
Do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I did this to David So, the #1 Korean guy in our area. Number one.
What zip code?
And
Don't reveal that. Jesus, man.
He lives in Beverly Hills. No, he's the #1 Korean in Beverly Hills. And he
Why are you choosing Alex?
knighted me and was like, this is how you say it.
Why are you choosing Alex Caceres? Be honest. Is it because you just known him forever?
Sung-hoo is the bad guy from Squid Games, bro. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, so nobody spoil it for me.
It's so good, dude. Oh, you're on the last 2. What's the last episode you saw?
Hey,
what was the
spoilers.
game? Yeah, what was the game?
It was the glass one.
For people that have never seen it, there may not be games either. It could just be a regular drama.
It's literally called Squid Games. There's fucking video games in this fucking game.
There we go. Now, how you
Did
switch that up.
did you the one with like the things? Did you watch that one? Dude, that's an episode right there that is like, it's so good and it's so sad and it just so deep that
We're gonna switch to MMA to fucking Squid Games and Korean TV shows.
but dude, that's so good. That was good.
Alex, who do you got?
I'm going with Alex Caceres because he's an Arizona guy. And the last time Show Swung Woo won, he just kept fixing his hair. I'm like, bro, your hair is fine. And that's all he cared about. He went into the camera, he kept fixing his hair, looking at the camera, fixing his hair. Bro, no one gives a fuck about your stupid blonde hair. Alex Caceres is about to beat your fucking ass. And that's on gang. That's on AZ, baby. AZ, stand up. You ain't even from the fucking hood, so get out of here.
Dude,
I'm gonna change my pick to Sang-hoo.
I love Alex Caceres. I've been voting. I've been voting for that guy since the first election, and I love him as a fighter. I've been cheering for him because of the whole Bruce Leroy thing. But guys, because the hair thing, you got to go with Choi. That guy is a character, and guess what? He's one of the only Korean guys that does Muay Thai. Everyone does jiu-jitsu, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, all Koreans do jiu-jitsu. You guys hear this? South Korea.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's the end of Squid Games, actually.
That's what happens. Wait, what's your final pick? You can't be switching like that.
I'm gonna go Sang-hoo.
Why did you switch it?
Because he was talking some wild spicy shit about his hair, so it offended me, so I felt like I had to flip.
All right, let's move on. Quick pick. Trinaldo versus Dwight Grant. Alex, we'll start with you. Just give me a name, please.
Francisco Trinaldo, because Dwight Grant has a win over Alan Joban, but he didn't. He got lucky, so I'll never go for him ever again.
Wow, Nick.
I was leaning towards Francisco Trinaldo, but I'm going to go with the youth on this one. I'm going to go Dwight Grant.
Hey, but Dwight Grant's actually like 38 or 39, I think.
But black don't crack, though. So I'm going to go with Dwight Grant.
Brazilian, be bitchin'.
Brazilian don't break Lillian.
Guys, you got to go with the vet. You got to go Trinaldo. What's wrong with you guys? He's going to choke him out. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves.
I think it's very highly likely, but I'm going Dwight Grant, bro.
Trinaldo all day. Guys, and for our last one, make it quick. Your favorite Rugrats character. Alex, go ahead.
I'm going Ike Villalea.
What? I asked you, what's your favorite Rugrats character?
Oh, I think
what?
I fuck with Chucky.
I like that, Nick.
I'm more of I'm Uncle Stu kind of guy.
Oh, you went with an adult.
And
I'm going to go with Reptar.
Remember about Cynthia? Remember there's a song that me and my brother for some reason still know? Cynthia, she's a really good dancer. Cynthia, boogie to the groove now.
That shit is a banger, bro.
I don't know your childhood.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember.
You wildin' dog.
I said Reptar only. That's the only episodes I watched when Reptar's in it.
You're stupid.
And if you are listening to this podcast or on YouTube, make sure you comment down below. What is your favorite Rugrats character? Also, who's winning the main event of this fight card? Guys, the reason we were speeding through a little bit is because we really want to get to this next segment. It's one of our new favorite ones, and we're very excited. Fan questions. I didn't know we had a sound effect for that. Alex, hit me with the first one. And who's
All
it
right.
from?
All right. I'll do this. We'll each pick 2. Okay.
No, you just pick them all.
Okay. Okay, never mind. We won't each pick 2. All right, let's see. First one, Justine SC_. We Out Here MMA sex tape?
Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
Nick already saw my sex tape.
I did see a video of Alex having sex with a woman or not. I don't know. But I did see his penis about to enter a butt.
His own butt, though.
His own butt, maybe. That made me feel weird, and I just never addressed
Next
it. Next
question. What do we got? We have teenage listeners here.
All right. K Kim 208. If you got 10K for each time you kick Nick in the nuts, Jesus. How many times before you felt bad?
What kind of questions are these?
That's just the first 2, baby.
Repeat it one more time. It's like a Squid Game.
If you got,
because you have a mic.
If you got 10K for each time you kick Nick in the nuts,
okay,
how many times before you felt bad?
I would do 10 times. I'd do 100K and give Nick 50.
All right, I up you. I'd kick him in the nuts 20 times and give him 100K.
I'm gonna say something.
Nick's dead at this point.
I'm gonna say something. I'm pretty hard to kick in the nuts.
He has small balls. But
I have very small balls.
Huge dog.
No, my dog is very small as well. But my nuts, dude, when I wear compression shorts, good luck.
And they didn't say you couldn't wear a cup, so we just finessed you, K Kim. All right, next question. Dylan Super Rare. Why is Alex so darn cutie patootie? Sheesh.
You can't answer this. Nick, go first.
He just has a very sweet personality, and you just know he's a real giver.
I'll say this: the guy, he's very thoughtful when he's not sad.
And I think it's because my high cholesterol and my high blood pressure, my skin kind of glows.
Fuck you, dude. Next question. Let me read one.
Can we get one MMA one?
Do you have any advice for someone? Oh, shout out to MMA King Jordan 29.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, King Jordan, bro. I already know. Do you have any advice for someone making their amateur MMA debut?
First of all, can we tell the story about this kid? Because this kid just started jiu-jitsu, right? And then he medaled a couple months later, and now he's taking amateur MMA. What if What if Jordan becomes the next UFC light heavyweight champion? He calls out Corey Anderson and
Anthony Joshua and Anthony Johnson. Joshman.
Yes, and
he stars in the next Shawshank Redemption,
and he's AJ McKee's son.
Whoa!
Answer the question first. Should he train with you for a bit for fun?
If you're willing to, yeah, for sure. But also, don't make the trip to come train out with me. Train with your team. Train with the people that you know. And you know what? You just have to go out there and fight, dude. That's it. Just go out there, get your experience. Don't be afraid to lose. Go out there, fight to win. That's it.
I'd love to ask both of you. Actually, I know Alex. Get ready. I want to ask about your first.
I don't have too much experience. I did one smoker.
The one smoker. Just tell me your thoughts. What was going through your head, and what can you share with him?
Honestly, I think mine was a little weird because I wasn't nervous. I wasn't really anything. But I mean, I was just there and I was excited because I'm like, fuck, I'm finally doing this shit. I'm excited to have some fun and like do this. So that's basically kind of what Nick just said. Just fucking go out there and get the reps in.
And then Nick gave you the wrong helmet, and then that's why you lost.
Yeah, I did. I didn't give him a headgear with a band across the nose.
Can you just give us quick thoughts that was happening in your head in your first fight?
Honestly, I was really young. I was like 18, 17-ish. And I just was like, I'm just going to go out there and fucking beat the shit out of this guy. Because I think as you get older and as you mature, you start to think, and the longer you're in the game, you kind of look at it differently. So use that initial, what's the word I'm looking for? That excitement to fight. Just use that. Be excited. Go out there, fight. Train your fucking ass off. That's all you got to do. Just train your ass off and believe in yourself and make sure you go out there and you do what you have to do. And that's to beat the shit out of the guy you're going to fight.
Thanks, Jordan. Jordan, make sure you give us a update once your fight's over.
All right, we can start running through these quick.
Or fast or slow.
Oh, slow. All right, here we got Alan Briote. It's ALANBRITOE. What do y'all see happen to the welterweight division if Colby wins versus Usman?
Oh, I'll tell you. It just makes it more exciting. Simple as that. Then you got another rematch with Usman, and you create more matchups with the new champion. I love it.
Yeah, it's great because then that's the answer.
That's the fight game.
That's it. You have different matchups with Jorge. You have different matchups with Leon. You have different matchups with another great fight a trilogy fight between Usman and Colby.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing. It just, if he wins and like say he can win the trilogy, it just opens up more fights. The whole thing is like Usman's already beat everybody, so right now we're kind of just like, all right, like who does he rematch?
Exactly.
Or you do a super fight. If Dustin wins lightweight, do a super fight with him and Colby.
I like that.
All right, next question. Sujan_Merwar. How do you feel about MMA fighters transitioning into other combat sports, boxing, Muay Thai? It's cool. If they can make more money there, fuck it, go do it, bruh. Be entertaining. If they're skilled enough, you know, not like Ben Askren going to boxing. Like at that point, you're just like, all right, what the fuck's the point? But like,
Point is, he made money.
Exactly, but still, like, you know, you don't want to like, you know, that's still brain damage and shit you're gonna take. You know what I'm saying? So like, if they're skilled enough to do it, fuck it, fool.
I have a question for both of you. We know the MMA fighters that go into boxing. Have we seen like a well-known UFC fighter go into Muay Thai? Because I just don't know if there's money.
Not
there,
really,
right? No kickboxing.
It's usually the other way around. They start from Muay Thai and then they go into MMA.
Unless you're Alistair Overeem, didn't he go back to K1?
Yeah, but he got injured, so he's not going to fight again.
Well, rest in peace or get better.
Yeah. Here's the next one. This one's easy. Smance_.
Love that guy.
Who's better at Warzone, Smance or Mark Smalls? I'm gonna say Smance.
I'm gonna say
as a higher KD.
I'm gonna say as a content creator, I'm gonna go with Mark Smalls. The guy's very entertaining and he gets angry for no reason. But then Smance, I think his skills are amazing. He's a very supportive person. And guess what? Shout out to Gabriel Iglesias. Go.
I've never played with Smance, but I would love to sometime.
Nick hasn't played Warzone in 14 years.
Yeah, thanks for the invite to play because I'm on almost every single day because I have no life and my cholesterol's high.
How come you don't invite me to fucking play with you?
Because you're a low cholesterol boy.
We'll get 3 mics next time.
Dude, just lean closer.
I know. What is this? Hit us with one more question. Pick a juicy one.
Only one more?
We got one more.
Oh, dude, we got so much.
We got one more.
All right,
save those and we'll tell those people.
All right, now I'm going to do this guy because he even said we better choose this question because it was a good-ass question. It's Noel Suvos or Kuvos. Which is more impressive? This is actually a good one. Which is more impressive? Team Whitman sweep at 268 or an ATT sweep at 269? Because honestly, that's a good question. And
I need to know who's on the ATT one.
I think it's we'll bring it up right here. Poirier.
So that's the main.
Poirier, I think it's Usman. I mean, sorry, not Usman. Amanda Nunes and then Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, no. I don't see a sweep. Go ahead, you go first.
No. So if a sweep happens, that's cool. The reason why it's not as impressive to me is because Amanda Nunes, and here's the reason why. She's gonna beat everybody. It's like, to me, it's not even like a question. It's impressive that she's so much better, but it's not impressive. You get what I'm saying? Because like we already know she's gonna win. This other one.
Can we give all the fighters for the other one so people?
Yeah. So you got Kamaru Usman, you got Rose Namajunas, and then you got Justin Gaethje fighting Michael Chandler. Okay, so Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje, that's a fight that Michael Chandler has power. He's good. He could win. He's not going to.
Can you first say it and smile a little bit? I don't like the way you say that.
Rose Namajunas versus Weili Zhang. That's a good fight. I mean, if Weili Zhang comes out smart, that can be an amazing fight. Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman. Colby Covington is a hard fight. So like all those guys have a real challenge that they're coming up against.
Pick your sweep.
Oh, my sweep, if the more impressive sweep, if it happens, is definitely fucking Team Whitman.
But is that the one that happens?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Oh, Nick, what do you think? What sweep is more likely and which one do you like?
Well, the reason why I think Whitman would be cooler is because it's a smaller gym, smaller stable of fighters, and they do have a really cool community between like the 3 baddest motherfuckers across all weight divisions and
I agree.
in the sport.
But based on the fights, the matchups you see on both sides, what is more likely?
I think
you put your money on it. You're a betting man, aren't you?
I would put my money on the Whitman just because they have the most dominant of the fighters on that side as well. Like Jorge Masvidal is fighting.
That's a tricky one.
He's very good, but this is a toss up between him and Leon. Like it, and then Amanda Nunes, obviously she a goat, female goat, and then you have Dustin and Charles Oliveira, which I feel like is a very favorable matchup for Dustin. Doesn't mean it's an easy fight for him, but I do see him pulling that one off. And American Top Team is just like a huge mecca of MMA. Like I think it's the biggest gym across them, like super gym.
Of course it
by
is.
far.
They have so many franchises.
And they're in fucking AEW throwing flying knees to all these professional wrestlers and shit.
Yeah, and what happened to Brian Stan?
Good question.
Think about that. Just think about that.
My thing.
Hey, comment below. What happened to Brian Stan, yo? We gotta get to the bottom of this. What did happen? He was so good.
He opened up an ATT Atlanta. We don't know what happened.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, but we don't know where he is now.
But my thing is just the Nunes. It's just like, bro, like he's just too good. But honestly, I was watching like videos of fucking Charles Oliveira. I'm like, bro, he is good though. Like that might be a harder fight.
I saw
than we're
videos
giving
of
him for
Vander
Dustin.
Holyfield, and I was like, well, he's good though.
It's gonna be a sick fucking fight. Like I think that is a 50-50.
All right, let me get my quick final thoughts on that. I think you both are valid. I almost want to say the Whitman team because I just like that small gym. They have the 3 best beast fighters, but I think those fights are more competitive. That's what makes me a little nervous. The only thing that throws me off with ATT is like I just don't see Jorge winning against Leon Edwards. The other two, like Manda.
But honestly, I think it's an easier sweep for ATT.
If Jorge,
all they kind of got, I feel like the only one that they got to really worry about is Jorge.
That's it.
Because Dustin, but I think Dustin's gonna. I think Dustin right now is a superior fighter than Charles Oliveira. So I think the Whitman one is harder, but I do think that one happens. I'm still not too sold on the ATT one happening.
Mouth something right now.
Whoa.
Oh, bro, did you see his mouth?
That was perfect.
Guys, Alex did not say that because he didn't have a mic. Watch this. Don't put it right. 1, 2, go. That's wild. That's wild. Nick, try yours. Ready? Go.
You know who the boy is?
Missed it.
I said it too.
All right, guys, that's our show. Thank you for sending in those questions. Sorry we didn't get to everyone, but we'll always try to do half of them. So keep submitting your questions if you didn't get it in, because we'd love to read them and chat about them as well. Guys, follow Alex at Alec Acosta. Follow Nick at Nick the Air. You can follow me at Gilbert. You can check out these two. What?
My handle is not Alex. It's not Liftgod at Alex Liftgod Acosta. It's just Liftgod. But thank you,
guys. Check out at Liftgod, at Ear the Nick, and at Litbits. I don't like that one. Change
Lit tits, clip bits. No,
play the song. Play the song.
Shout out everybody for the fan questions. We appreciate it. We got a lot. Like you said, we'll get more next time.
Yeah, I feel like our show is funnier when we have 2 mics. Maybe we should try one next week.
Oh shit!
Everyone, put your hands down. God, Nick.